What's up, HeroClix fans? This is Symbio again, back with T3 Gaming for another HeroClix video. Today I have an unboxing of the 15th anniversary Elseworlds HeroClix. I'm going to do, usually I don't do this because I'm too eager to break open my brick, and we probably have another case unboxing hopefully coming for you, but I wanted to get you guys this brick unboxing. This is my brick of Elseworlds here, and you got 10 packs. Each booster has 5 figures in it. This is the Elseworlds DC set, so let's go ahead and break into this. I'm going to go ahead and show you the figures that I pull, and then maybe go over some of the figures that I'm excited about mostly. So we'll go ahead and open this up. We'll start with this first booster on the left. And interestingly enough, this set doesn't have different pictures on the front like it usually does. There's, I think, 50-something figures in the set. The one that I'm most hoping to pull is the Green Arrow. So hopefully we'll get that one. So here's the booster. Quick picture of the box. You got your Justice Riders. I'm not a huge DC fan, so I don't know all the Justice Riders in the Elseworlds world, but I do know The Dark Knight Returns, definitely one of my favorite comic books. And so those are going to be the chases. This is the Invisible Jet, which is the OP kit hopefully we're playing this weekend. And then Planetary, which is pretty sweet. I actually read some of that, and there's some really great figures there. So let's go ahead and get into this. We'll go ahead and open from the top here. First booster. See what we get. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do a slow pull here for you guys. Let's see, we've got, oh sweet, awesome. That is the Green Lantern of Gotham. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go ahead and open this all the way up. So that's gonna be my rare out of this box. Got a Oliver Queen Templar, a Superman, uncommon Superman. I think that's is that the shifting focus one? No, that's the 70.1. Not the shifting focus one. Then we got Kid Flash, Justice Rider, and Templar. All right, so we will move on to the next one. So what I'm going to do is just go through the unboxing first, and then we will just do the rip here faster. And then we will go through and take a closer look at the figures. All right, so let's see what we got in this one. Peek in there. Oh my God, Elijah Snow. That is awesome. I definitely wanted him. So he's got such cool powers. And then I got the uncommon Green Lantern, which is another good figure. This set actually has a lot of uncommons and commons, or at least more than usual, that I'd say are pretty interesting and probably more playable in terms of competitive. Diana Prince Justice Rider, another Templar, and then the Common Flash, which is really cool and definitely a must-play in sealed. The Common Flash, he's got hypersonic speed, really basic, but he's got a 19 defense, 3 damage, and I think either a 12 speed or a 14 speed. So pretty sweet. All right, so that is my super rare. One super rare so far. All right, the next number 3, booster number 3. Here we go, we're gonna do the little sneaky. What do we got here? We got a Common Bat, a Super Police, an Uncommon Flash, and then a Clockwork Man, and oh sweet, that's the rare Flash. So this Flash is super cool. He makes it so that when one of your characters are attacked, he can make it so that, I don't know if it's arranged, I'll read the card later, but he'll make it so that that character will miss that attack. So pretty cool. I'll show you another picture here of the front. All right, that's number 3. So another rare. So I don't know, the distribution in this set seems like it's been kind of weird. Some people I think have been saying they've been getting, some bricks have 2 super rares and 1 chase. I saw one get pulled with 3 super rares and 1 chase. So I don't know if it's just all over the place or whether somebody was telling me the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. We've got the Common Batman, a Common Flash, Superman, Clockwork Man, and looks like another super rare, Sergeant Kent. All right, Sergeant Kent's pretty cool. There you go. I don't really know much about him. I will take a look at that card for sure, but I like getting that Common Flash. I think multiples of the Common Flash at 45 points could be pretty awesome. All right, that's number 4. Going on to number 5 here. So we already pulled 2 super rares. Hopefully that means we're gonna get 3 super rares in a chase. Let's hope so. My most highly wanted is the Green Arrow chase, the one arm from Dark Knight. So hopefully we'll get that. All right, here we go. Number 5. Let's see what we got here. Wonder Woman common. Oh, this common, this is the Mystics one. She's really pretty good. 11 attack, charged, super strength. Good sealed figure. Got the common Green Lantern. We've got the John Jones Justice Rider common. He's pretty cool too. And then we've got Necron the Bat God for our uncommon. And there's our chase, Robin. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. That chase, I think, other than the Green Arrow, is probably the most playable in terms of competitive stuff. So I'm excited about that. But the Necron Bat God figure looks sweet too. So we'll take a look at him too. That's number 5. The Robin's pretty cool in that she can generate 2 vehicles. So vehicles, as we all know, are really great taxis. So that means I should get 1 more super rare in here, unless it's one of those boxes that doesn't have 3 super rares. So we'll see. All right, here we go. Got another Templar, a Gunfighter, a Superman, and then an uncommon Batman, and the Green Lantern of Krypton, rare. Sweet. I really wanted him too. He's a really cool figure. So I'm excited about getting that rare. He's got a great sculpt too, carrying the lantern there. So, and I'm just a fan of any like flying, running shot characters. So, all right, let's see. We're on number 7 here. Rip this guy open. I think the sculpts in this set are pretty good. After looking at the Mighty Thor sculpts and the paint jobs on those that they posted from Comic-Con, I think these aren't as cool as that, but the paint jobs on these are a little messier, I think. Oh, Green Lantern, super rare. Oh, that's sweet. Really excited about that. I really wanted that figure. We'll take a look at that for sure. So those are my 3 super rares. So that's pretty cool. 3 super rares in a chase. This is an uncommon Green Lantern, Kid Flash Justice Rider. We got Diana Prince Justice Rider, and then the common Flash again. So I think that might have been 2 common Flashes, maybe 3. Again, one of those figures are great. They're great for any hypersonic speed is great for sealed. And I haven't really seen a lot of plasticity in this set, so that should make the hypersonic guys better. All right, number 8. Here we go. We're done with our super rares, but still there's good stuff to come. Another common Wonder Woman. Got a Super Police, Joker Creature, and then Pete Ross, which is the same sculpt as Superman. And then my rare is Dale Suderman. He's kind of a fun figure, especially if you like if you're big into basketball. Pretty sweet. All right, number 9. And I really wish that they had started putting the just the commons on the front tops here, but it looks like they're just all over the place. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So here we go. We've got a common Superman. That is the 90-point shifting focus common Superman. We got a common Green Lantern. That guy's awesome. I think he's the one that can carry up 55 points. Yep, he can carry up 8 characters potentially and roll 5 or 6 to be able to give them a non-free action. So that's Wonder Woman, uncommon. I haven't really looked at her yet. And then we've got another Bizarro Police, and we got the rare Batman. Cool. So hopefully we're going to get all of the Batman. I like Batman. All right, last one, number 10. Let's see what we got in for our last rare here. Kind of sad they don't do primes anymore. I like the primes, although I would say I was often disappointed with the prime that wasn't very good. But I think they added some dynamics to the whole pulling. So here we got common Batman, another Gunfighter common, a Wonder Woman, another uncommon Wonder Woman, and then we've got Chiquita Wagner, and the last one is Green Oracle. That's sweet. Really wanted her. She's pretty cool. She's got some cool support power. She's great. She's got a phase teleport. Anyway, we'll go through the figures next. and I'll show you the cards. We'll kind of do a little figure review. So that was my brick. Pretty happy with that brick. I really wanted a lot of the figures I really wanted I got. Green Lantern, Elijah Snow, Green Oracle. The only thing I really wanted that I didn't get out of the set is Ray, which I actually pulled in a sealed brick that I'm playing this weekend. And also I wanted the Green Arrow, but we'll have to try to get him on the secondary market. Okay, so we'll go ahead and unbox this too for you guys. This is the case incentive. Me and T3 member Alfred shared a case, so we went ahead and bought this together. Skyscraper Wonder Woman. And we'll go ahead and pop this open for you guys. Then we'll take a look at the dial too. So I think it's pretty cool they're doing these case incentives. I know they did resources before, and I like the colossal figures. I think as long as they make them, you know, playable, they're really fun. You know, I just don't want a huge colossal figure that's kind of not really very good. So here's the colossal Wonder Woman. Her lasso looks awesome. Here's the card. Looks like it's flipped it backwards. So, and this is kind of like the Amerijoid was for the What If set. And I got that one too. I actually played that one in Nationals. I like the effect of it, but it was kind of hard to pull it off. And he's one of the only ones who has like a range, so he was really good for destroying blocking and stuff. But here is the Wonder Woman. The lasso looks sweet. And I think she's like the 19th, really early version of Wonder Woman maybe. 350, 225, 115 points for the Colossal Retaliator. And thankfully my clicks line up. Don't you guys hate it when the dials, Colossals come and their clicks are like not lined up? Maybe it's just me and my OCD. But anyway, this is the Wonder Woman. Really cool sculpt. Nice boots. And all right, we'll do the little figure review next. All right, you guys, I'm going to take you through the rares and super rares and show you some close-ups of the sculpts and just kind of you know, give you a rundown of some of the dials too. Just want to let you know, there's a lot of great content creators out there for HeroClix, and one of my favorites is Married with Clicks, and they always do a brick opening, and it's always before release because they have a nice partnership with WizKids. Definitely check them out. Jason does a great figure review there, and I'm not going to go through all my stuff. I'm just going to go through some, but check that out because he goes through every, you know, detail about the figures. I'm just going to kind of read you some of these powers, and we'll take a look at some of the dials. So here we got the rare Batman. He is 100 points. He's got Batman Allied Team ability, which is cool. Gives him stealth. He's got the Indom, so you can push without taking damage. We've got 5 range and double bolts. He's got 11 attack with precision strike. Pretty sweet. And as a Batman should, he's got outwit. I'd say his sculpt's pretty cool, pretty simple. I'm more of a fan of the darker Batman costumes. This is more of an old school traditional Batman costume. But let's see, we got a trait here. It says World Without Superman. He says modify this character's attack value +2 when attacking only characters of 50 points or less. So he's going to be able to do 13 attack and beat up all your thugs and little guys. Modify this character's attack by -1 when attacking only characters 150 points or more. So obviously you don't want him going against the heavy hitters. But you know, you can still use that outwit. And then he's got a special attack power, which he gets, let's see, he gets it later, like near the end of his dial. It says it says dead, dead, dead. Whenever a friendly character is KO'd, you may place Batman in the KO'd character's square. Unique modifier, if you do, modifies combat values by +1 until the end of your next turn. So that's interesting. It's on his lower, you know, like when he's almost dead anyway. So he could potentially get away from his, you know, near death and then go +1 his combat values and do some damage. He's got a special defense power. It says he can use combat reflexes and toughness, and that is on his front loaded part of his dial. So he's got your charge, precision strike, you know, combat reflexes, toughness without wit. So he's a good close-up attacker. You can taxi him in and start outwitting things, and you know, it's going to be hard to hit. All right, cool. So that is, we're going to go in order of numerity here. That was number 26. Now we've got the rare Flash. And there is a lot of sculpt reuse in this set. I guess instead of kind of giving us a lot of generics, which I mean, they are giving us the Bizarro Police and the Superman and stuff. We get a lot of resculpt reuse, and hopefully that'll be going away once 15th anniversary rotates out. So here's the rare Flash, and same sculpt as the uncommon and the common. Pretty cool. Looks very similar to the Flash set. I'd say the detailing is not as good. Still, like I said, the paint jobs on these are not as crisp as I've seen in the past. Still good. All right, so this Flash is 110 points, has the JLA team ability. So I think that's the same thing as Avengers, where move actions don't count against your total. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's got improved movement, ignores hindering. He, like I said, he's 110 points, doesn't have willpower. He's got a trait also with a world without Superman. So again, these are all, anybody that has that trait, they get a +2 in attacking characters of 50 points or less. There are quite a few characters that are 50 points or less in the set. So, you know, obviously these guys are going to do, definitely be able to hit, but maybe not do a huge amount of damage. He's got another trait that says, constant blur of motion. The Flash can use energy shield deflection. Whenever the Flash is missed by an attack, you may immediately place him up to 3 squares away. So that's pretty cool. If you miss him, he gets to go 3 squares away so that you can't hit him again with maybe your other follow-up attacker. That's pretty cool. He's got outwit on his lower dial. Let's see how many clicks he has. He has the 13 hypersonic speed with precision strike again. Wow, that's pretty sweet. I don't know how much super sense is in this set, but obviously if you have one and the Batman has precision strike, that's going to be really helpful. He's got 5 clicks long, mostly all similar dial. He does drop down to some outwit and gets a little regen at the end. So I'd say he's pretty overpriced for 110 points. I don't know what you're paying for here. But no indom, 5 clicks for 110 points. That, I don't know. The commons, I mean, maybe you're paying for the outwit, but I think the common uncommon is a better figure. So, all right, next we've got Green Lantern of Gotham. So there he is. Oh, this guy, here we go. Green Lantern of Gotham. Let's first take a look at his sculpt here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Try to focus in. It's not seeming to get it. Come on, camera. Something about his dial doesn't want to be focused on here. So anyway, he looks dope. He's definitely a Batman Green Lantern mixture here. You got the blue and the green outfit, flying. Does have flight, thank goodness. Sometimes they used to make them look like they're flying, but they didn't have flight, which is really annoying. He's a rare. He's 105 points. They're putting this Green Lantern team ability on so many characters in this set, which is pretty cool because they can taxi up to 8 characters, which is just bonkers. Like you don't even, you know, it's great if you have a POG team or you need to carry that many. But, you know, oftentimes you're not going to be playing that many characters. So, 105 points, does have indom, he does have flight, he's got 7 range with 1 bolt. He's got a trait that says from an alternate Earth. This character, if this character is on your sideline, you may give a free action to a friendly character named Batman or Green Lantern that's equal or more points. Replace that character with this character on the same click number. So a lot of the figures from Elseworlds have this trait, and basically it kind of allows you to do a little bit of a shifting focus thing, because a lot of these characters are a combo between 2 characters, like Joker Batman or Green Lantern Batman. So if you play a regular Batman, you will be able to sideline these guys and swap them in, and you can replace them on the same click number, so you can choose kind of like when you want to replace them. You're probably going to start off with something, maybe a Batman that has better movement and stuff, and then, you know, come in with something that has a little bit more of a close combat attack or something like that. So, all right, he's got another trait that says all this power limited by my will. When Green Lantern of Gotham has 2 action tokens, he can use barrier as a free action until your next turn. Ooh, I love barrier as a free action. Barrier is so good, and if you can do it as a free action, that is just even better. Takes you back to the War of Light Green Lantern days. But he does have to have 2 action tokens, so you're going to put him to work. Let's take a look at that special speed power. He can use phase teleport, running shot, and stealth. Wow, that is not bad. Not bad at all. 105 points. He's really good for sealed, I'd say. Drop him phase teleport through walls, drop him into stealth, and then be able to running shot next turn. Let's see what else he's got here. He's got TK, Outwit on his top dial. So yeah, this guy's great for sealed. Must play, I would say. Drops down to some phase teleport, precision strike, and then perplex for support. And then, you know, if you kind of keep him back later on, he's get the energy shield deflection. And yeah, energy shield deflection and range combat expert. So great figure, I would say. Definitely one of my favorites. All right, next we've got Green Lantern of Krypton. Let's see how this guy compares. All right, I'll take a look at this sculpt here. There we go. He looks cool. Definitely looks like a Superman Green Lantern hybrid here. They did a good job. I don't know which comics, which Elseworlds comics these are from. He's got the power battery there. Looks like he does have flight, even though he just looks like he's jumping. Also has the Green Lantern team ability, so another taxi guy here. He's got a trait. He's got 7 range and 1 bolt. And let's take a look at this guy's card. He also has the From an Alternate Earth power, so you can sideline a Superman or you could play a Superman or Green Lantern and then swap him in. He's got a special speed power, which he doesn't get until later on his dial. He's got two starting clicks, so 125 and 100, so you can play them on 2 different powers. Yep. Starts off on the 125 with running shot Pensai and a special damage power. We'll read that first. You won't shoot if you know what's good for you. When Green Lantern of Krypton is the target of a ranged attack, he can use prob. Okay, pretty simple. Gives him prob for a ranged attack. And then he gets a special speed power later down on his dial. It says Green Lantern of Krypton can use charge and destroys blocking. So that's cool. He drops into more of a Superman that goes through blocking. Doesn't have that top loaded on his dial, so not going to be used as a call-in figure for that purpose. He's got 7 clicks, running shot Pensai, pretty bad attack values. I mean, they're okay, but for 125 points and no indom, I would want to have at least an 11 or something in there. And that, you know, that prob is helpful, I would say, but, you know, not amazing. He'd be a fun figure to play. He's not so overcosted you don't want to play him, especially any kind of running shot Pensai is good and sealed. So pretty cool character. Definitely not one of my favorites, but interesting nonetheless. He does get some perplex later on, so that's cool. All right, next we've got Green Oracle. Green Oracle, she is Barbara Gordon. It's like a Barbara Gordon Green Lantern, so that's pretty sweet. She's got the Green Lantern team ability again, and then I guess all the Green Lanterns have the Green Lantern team ability. Oh no, the regular Green Lantern does not. JLA team ability also. She is 50 points. Oh, this is the one I really like. She's a good taxi. So sculpt, trying to get a little close up here. There we go. Pretty cool. Pretty simple. Nothing outstanding here. She looks kind of like she's either just coming down from the flight or about to leap up and punch somebody. So, all right, oops. Let's take a look at the, okay, pretty simple. Got the From an Alternate Earth trait again here. But what I like about her is she's got a 12 phase teleport with a perplex and energy shield on top dial. So she's going to be your awesome taxi. She'll be able to carry 8 because of that team ability. I don't remember if there are restrictions on that. I think you still definitely modify your speed -2, and then when the new rule comes out, the new rules come out, that will change slightly. But 4 clicks long, great support piece, perplex outwit, got energy shield, so really hard with a 20 defense to take out early in the game, to take out a taxi, and can pretty much get your team anywhere. It is 50 points, so you are getting not only a taxi, but you're getting that perplex, which oftentimes you're looking for. I know when I'm building kind of competitive teams, having a taxi with perplex is huge. So, you know, and then being able to push her to get outwit when you need it, that's pretty awesome. So I really like this figure. I think she will definitely see some play. Next, we've got Dale Suderman. Dale Suderman is a basketball player, I assume here. Let's see. There's a sculpt. Pretty sick sculpt, I'd say. Got his tennis shoes. Whoa. I don't know if he got some kind of damage on his leg there, or it's just a bad mold. He's 100 points, 5 range. I don't know why he has 5 range. Maybe he's got some kind of basketball laser eyes or something. Starts off with hypersonic speed, so that is one awesome basketball player. He's got Indom. So his, let's go ahead and do his special. He doesn't have any traits. Let's go ahead and do his special damage power. Special defense power. It says the most famous athlete on Earth. The first time each turn a character without the celebrity or reporter keyword attacks Dale Suderman, you may modify his defense value +2 this turn. Oh, this was it's very similar to what the TV's Daredevil and TV's Spider-Man have in the What If set. I guess they're sharing that kind of trait, the most famous, whatever. So that if they, if your opponents don't have celebrity or reporter keyword and they attack them, he gets to choose to modify his defense +2, which is going to make it 19. But if you do the next turn, he can't really attack because he's going to get a -2 attack. So pretty cool trait. I used that a couple times in Sealed. Next, we got a special damage power, which he gets, another one he gets kind of mid-dial. Wow, he's got a pretty long dial. I didn't know I wasn't from around here. Stop click. For the rest of the game, Dale Suderman has a flight and can't be healed. So I guess he starts off as sort of like a hyper basketball player, then turns into a charging Superman with super strength, 12 speed, invincible. So that's pretty cool for 100 points with Indom 7 clicks. It's a lot of clicks for your points here. So pretty good piece. I'd definitely say he's a consideration in Sealed, but you are only just doing 1 damage with Precision Strike in the beginning. So, but at least you're not afraid to like put him out there and just do some damage. He'll almost always hit whatever he's attacking with that 12. So, all right, fun figure. Next, we've got Sergeant Kent. I have not looked at this guy at all. Don't remember anybody previewing him. I'd say it's kind of a messy sculpt. I'm not a fan. If you look at the paint job, not great. Glue all over the place here. Anyway, not trying to be super picky, but it is a super rare. Come on, guys. I'll be honest with you. Like going back, you look at some of the older the old Deadpool set. Man, those sculpts were amazing. Paint jobs were like spot on. There was so much detailing. And I feel like this year because they're putting out so much product, it's not as good, but hopefully they'll pick that back up once the regular year rolls around. All right, Sergeant Kent, 100 points, super rare. He's got the Superman ally team ability. It allows him to ignore hindering for movement and targeting. He's got 4 range, 1 bolt. So he can do a little bit of shooting. He has the High Noon trait, which a lot of the characters I think have, the kind of like the Justice Riders. If Sergeant Kent is the last character with this trait to hit an opposing character with an attack, until your next turn, if the hit character makes a range attack, Sergeant Kent must be one of its targets. So I think that is the same as the Justice Riders trait. They all have the High Noon. So if he's the last character with this trait to hit an opposing character with a ranged attack. So basically, he's got to hit somebody with a ranged attack, first off. And then secondly, he has to be the last person to hit. So if you have other characters with the High Noon trait, it only makes it so they have to attack that character. All right, he's got another trait that says, I'll take the bullets for the boys. Sergeant Kent can use defend. Opposing characters can't ignore Sergeant Kent for line of fire purposes. So he's got an 8, no, it doesn't have an 8. Oh yeah, it is a traded. So it's 18, invincible, so you can share that 18, and can't ignore Sergeant Kent for line of fire purposes. So that's, I don't know what that does. Opposing characters can't ignore Sergeant Kent for line of fire purposes. So I guess if they ignore characters and he's like blocking the way, they can't ignore him. I guess that's what that does. So that's okay. Very situational though. Let's take a look at the dial. He's 100 points for only 5 clicks. You guys know I don't like that much, but he does have some beefy stats of 18 all the way around. So that's what you're paying for. He's got the enhancement, which is kind of interesting. So I guess he helps out all his High Noon Justice Riders guys so they can shoot, you know, and do more damage. Charge super strength. He drops down to a little bit of pulse wave there, but no movement attack for the pulse wave, and then gets some hyper on the back end dial. So pretty decent figure. Kind of an interesting figure to play. He's going to be hard to deal with in sealed for sure. If they do invincible and they do 3 damage, they'll put him on his pulse wave click and then he'll build pulse wave him. So pretty cool. All right, next we've got Green Lantern. This is number 42. I really like her sculpt. There we go. So if you look at her sculpt, I mean, she's got a really nice detailing. There's not a lot of blotchy paint. So, you know, depends on which figures you're looking at. But I like the sculpting on the little, the staff here too. Let's take a look at her cape. Pretty sweet. She is 45 points, super rare. 0 range, 0 targets, no indom, but she does have willpower. Number 42 of the set. We'll take a look at her really long book here of a trait. She's mystical keyword, unknown, real name is unknown, possibly Lois Lane or Zatara. Interesting. All right, so the trait is one last earthly mission. When another friendly character is KO'd, place a resurrection marker in a square they last occupied. Give Green Lantern a free action when she is adjacent to a resurrection marker. You may choose the name of a friendly character with a point value of 10 or more points that has been KO'd and hasn't yet been chosen this game. So after one of your friendly characters is KO'd, you can pick one of those friendly characters. They have to be 10 or more points, and because they don't want you to basically play a bunch of, I guess, low point pogs or whatever. And you can't, once you pick it once, you can't pick it again. Replace the resurrection marker with a KO'd friendly character with that name and give Green Lantern an action token, if possible. So if she has an action token, you don't need to give her one, I guess. Turn the KO'd character to any click it could have been on this game. At the beginning of your turn, remove that character from the game, but don't score it. Wow, I like it. This is potentially meta-changing. I like figures like that. A very new mechanic that we've never really seen before. Basically, I think how this works is, let's say you play her with, you know, you probably wouldn't play her with somebody that's like a one-man army because you don't really want that figure getting KO'd so quickly because they still are KO'd. You'd probably want to play something that's like between, you know, 10 or 11 and 50, maybe 80 points, and a bunch of them that you're going to run out there, not care if they get killed. So, you know, and then once you do, once they get KO'd, then you can replace the resurrection marker with that character and then allow them to use them like kind of like an ID card. So, but it has to be on the resurrection marker spaces. So you can't like choose where you're going to bring them in. So that's kind of interesting. We'll have to look at that and play around and see what we can do with that. Let's look at the dial. Phase teleport. She doesn't have flight, so she can't really taxi anybody. So I don't know what you're phase teleporting out there for. I guess, oh, because she has to be adjacent to the resurrection marker to do it. So I guess yeah, that makes sense. So you just want to run out there and be able to do it whenever a character is KO'd, and then also get willpower so you can do it again. So great for like swarm teams, definitely. And then you need to play maybe a taxi or somebody to get your swarm team out there. So very cool figure. I like that. All right, next we've got Elijah Snow. A lot of talk about this guy. I don't really know the character that much, so I can't really offer much insight on that. I think he's from Planetary, though. I just don't remember the storyline that he was in. The sculpt is pretty badass, though. I like the wall. I love it when they incorporate like terrain elements in the sculpts. So looks like he's icing the wall. He is, how many points? Let's see, he's got two dials, 120 and 70. He's got 8 range, triple bolts. That already there is excellent. He's got Indom, another huge plus. He's got a trait, starts off with some sidestep, 11, 18, 3, so pretty decent stats already. So let's take a look at what this guy does. He's number 46, super rare. So we've got two traits and one special damage power. The first trait is the Big Freeze. Once per game, give Elijah Snow a free action. For the rest of the game, while Elijah Snow is on the map, other characters that can't use the flight ability can only move in direct paths. So that's kind of like the Danny the Street map, except it's fixed. You do it once per game. So it only gets to happen once per game. You have to choose when to do it, and for the rest of the game, other characters. So it's everyone, your force included. If they don't have flight, they have to move in a direct path, which is basically like, you know, like that. They can never go like that. But they can go side. Oh no, they can. Sorry, they can still go in a direct path horizontally, vertically, and diagonally. But they can't go like, you know, like that. Like go in a combination of directions. So that can be very powerful because, especially with blocking around, you're oftentimes going, you know, like this and then charging or something like that, like side, you know, moving out and charging, or if there's characters in the way. So that can be really powerful. You would play a team full of flyers, obviously, and hope that your other team, you know, the opposing team doesn't. So next we've got a trait, Chill in Your Bones. Give Elijah Snow a free action and choose one that hasn't been chosen yet this game. Power, close combat, range combat, or move. Until your next turn, when an opposing character is given an action of the chosen type, after actions resolve, give that character an action token. If you can't, deal them 1 unavoidable damage. So that's interesting too. That's really a new thing. Basically, you have to choose it as a free action on your turn and say, for example, if I choose power, let's just say, for example, you know, Jakeem, just because I'm going to use him as an easy example. If I pick Jakeem and say power, oh, I guess it's, oh, you don't have to pick a character, so you just say it, power. And then until your next turn, when an opposing character is given an action of the chosen type. So basically, it doesn't matter who it is on the team. If they give, when any opposing character on the team is given a power action, after action is resolved, you got to give them action tokens. So they can still do it. It's not like you're canceling or keeping them from doing that power. You're just giving them an action after actions resolve. And if they already have an action token, they don't have willpower, they're going to take a damage. Yeah, they're going to have it take a damage. And if they have 2 action tokens and you can't give them another action token, they're going to take an unavoidable damage. So that's pretty cool. It's definitely subtle and still can wreak some havoc on some teams. That is a trait. And then he's got a special damage power, which he has only on his top dial, which is once per turn, Elijah Snow can use either Outwit or Perplex. So I would say 120 points. He's got 7 clicks. I think if you're playing just for those traits, you're definitely playing him on his lower dial. He has Pulse Wave, Running Shot Pulse Wave. So, and Leadership, which, oh man, new rules leadership. This guy's going to be awesome for 70 points. Running Shot Pulse Wave with Barrier. So he's a great support piece, but can still do some attacking. And then also just messes up things with his abilities. So you play him with a bunch of flyers. Very cool. And then he's got Leadership. So +1 to your action total. All right. Interesting figure. Definitely going to be meta changing. We'll see how much play he gets. Last figure we got is Robin. And this is the Dark Knight Robin, Carrie Kelly. I used to make fun of her glasses when I first saw them. But, you know, I've grown to like her character over time. Let's take a look at the sculpt here. It's pretty cool. Definitely looks like her. She's got that little gun. Or is that a slingshot? It's a slingshot, right? I think I do remember it. Yeah, it is a slingshot. So this is the chase, number 48. I'm guessing this is probably one of the easiest chases to get. I would love to get the Green Arrow. If anybody wants to trade this for the Green Arrow, definitely hit me up. So she's 45 points, 3 range with 1 lightning bolt, 1 trait. She's got Batman ally. Let's take a look at her trait here. Computer classes, duh. At the beginning of the game, place adjacent either Bat Cycle or Batwing bystander. When that bystander is KO'd after action is resolved, place the other bystander adjacent. So that's not a choice. When one of them gets KO'd, the other one goes adjacent. Now they did errata this, which you can check out on the win under the rules and erratas. So these are her 2 vehicles, and they're actually both of the symbols become vehicles instead of I think, what is it, defense? Yeah. So, and then also Batwing has flight, and I think both of them have 1 pilot, or Batwing maybe has 1. Can carry 1, or maybe it's Bat Cycle. I'll double check that and post it to the comment section. But there is a little bit of an errata. But they both of them are vehicles, and both of them can be piloted. Let's see. The Dark Knight Returns trait gets seen and you're fired. When Robin occupies clear terrain, she can use Shape Change. When she occupies hindering terrain, she can use Perplex, but only to target another character occupying hindering terrain. That's cool. Very thematic. So if you keep your guys in hindering terrain and she stays in hindering, she can use Perplex. Let's take a look at what her dial has. Only 4 clicks long for 45 points. Some Leap and Climb, Precision Strike, combat reflexes. And then she drops down to support. No, she starts out with support, so not bad. You use her as a support figure, but I think you're also just mainly playing her for those vehicles. Anytime you can get some vehicles out for free, like charged up, they're pretty good. Although these vehicles, the Batwing is probably the best with sidestep, flight, and 9 move, 18 super senses, so not going to be easy to take out. Bat Cycle does have a running shot, and I guess you can replace, use the pilot attacks and replace attack value to a 9. Although you also would replace the damage to a 1, so I'm not sure what that's about. Does have energy shield deflection, so a little harder to hit, and 4 range. Batwing has a 6 range, so kind of interesting. I'm not really sure how to play her yet for 45 points, but I know anybody with some kind of taxi for 45 points is going to be good. So we'll see how that goes, but I think Green Arrow is better just because he's a good call-in. So anyway, that's my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new about the figures. I think it's a fun set. Definitely go check out your local store and pick one up if you haven't already. And let me know what you guys think of my pulls. So we're going to talk a little bit about the case incentive Skyscraper Wonder Woman. I'll take a look at her real quick. She is colossal figure, G001. Let's go ahead and take a look at her sculpt a little bit again. I know I already showed it to you. It looks really cool. I'd say definitely one of the nicer sculpts, although crazy, some of the paint job on here is messed up. She has 7 range with 1 lightning bolt. She's got Indom. She's got improved movement. Nice. Destroys blocking. I like that. All right, cool. Let's take a look at the dial and the traits here. So let's see. We've got magnetic skin. That's her special speed power. Then she has the Trial of Ice special attack, and then a special defense, which is her colossal retaliation. Just wanted to see where they are on the dial. The special attack is on the 225 click. Special speed is on the 100 point and the colossal. So let's take a look at the special speed. Wonder Woman, the Skyscraper Wonder Woman can use plasticity and sidestep. So that's pretty dope for a colossal to have plasticity, and then we love having sidestep on colossals because then they can carry our figures. When an adjacent opposing character fails to break away after action is resolved, give it an action token. If you can't, deal it 1 unavoidable damage. So that's pretty cool that you can colossal retaliate, then drop her in front of them, get plasticity, so it's going to be hard for them to break away. And then if they do try to break away, they take a damage if they miss. Let's take a look at her special attack power. When Skyscraper Wonder Woman hits an opposing character, after action is resolved, choose 1, give that character an action token, or place that character in any square within 5 squares of Skyscraper Wonder Woman that's closer to your starting area than its current square. So that's a little bit like the Ameridroid, where you can use her to reposition. So she does have to hit them. But she can either give them an action token or reposition, and that attack power is only on her 225 click. So not going to be using that for Colossal Retaliation or anything. And then the Colossal Retaliation power, pretty much the same as other Colossal Retaliators. It's 2 squares within 2 squares of the target. Hit characters are each dealt 3 damage instead of normal damage, and can't move or be placed or make ranged attacks until their next turn, during their next turn. So that's pretty nice lockdown power. Can't move or be placed or make ranged combat attacks. So they can only pretty much do close attacks or free actions. Can't be moved or placed, so no TK. And I think technically a carry is still considered placement. So let me know if I'm wrong about that. All right, so let's take a look at the dial. 350 points. She has 19 clicks. That's not the best. So far, I think Giant Man from the Pim Tank has the most clicks for 200 points. He has 19 clicks for 200 points. So you're paying 150 points more for this character, but her stats are way better than Giant Man's. Starts out with a running shot, Pensai with Invincible, 19 defense with 5 damage. So that's pretty beefy, which is to be expected for 350 points. And then she drops down to some sidestep with some super strength. And then in her 225 dial, she's got hypersonic speed with 11 attack and that special attack power that allows her to place or give an action token. And then she has a 100-point click or dial, which gives her, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 clicks, which I don't think is that great, but you know, she starts out with that special speed power, plasticity, sidestep. Doesn't really have much attack, but does have a decent damage value. Gets combat reflexes, invuln, sidestep, and then her Colossal Retaliation, she gets that sidestep plasticity, and then she's got the I think that's a toughness, right? Yeah. Let's see, the defense is Colossal Retaliator. Huh. Oh, that's right. The damage power, the stop click for the Colossal is what gives her the toughness. So just wanted to check that. Other than that, you know, she's pretty good. I think you might see a little bit of play for Colossals, but she's only got a 17 defense, so easy to take out, but she's only 15 points. Now she does destroy blocking, and this stays on her for Colossal Retaliator, so that's pretty awesome, just being able to use her for Colossal Retaliation and then to destroy some blocking. Let's take a look at our move. So she's got sidestep with a 7, so that's really good for a Colossal Retaliator to be able to sidestep 7 and destroy blocking. So that's what you're playing her for, and I think that that's very good, especially with the barriers, the super rare Green Lanterns that are out now. But you can't play her in limited, unfortunately, because she's Colossal, so that won't work. But still, very playable figure in my opinion. Alright you guys, if you're like me, you love looking at all of the clicks that you got all in a line so you can see which ones you're missing and how many dupes you got. So here's one brick, and I'm really happy about this because I pretty much have all the, you know, you get all of your commons and uncommons. And as you can see, this is kind of like the line of rares. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rares, because 3 of them are super rares and then 1 is a chase. So oh no, sorry, six rares. But so I'm still missing some rares, but I'm really happy with what I got, and you get all your commons and uncommons covered, so thankfully that's good. And you can see I did get quite a bit of dupes on commons. So I'm missing, up here are the super rares, and then of course there's 3 more chases. So I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 super rares. I mean, sorry. So there's probably 10 super rares. But there you go. There you have it, folks. So let me know what you guys think and share what you pulled in the comments section. Throw me a like, please. Let me know if you enjoy the unboxing video, and I'll keep doing them. All right. Bye-bye.